Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Missoula Mavericks baseball as we are at the 2019 Camping World Firecracker Classic here in Rapid City, South Dakota. The Missoula Mavericks taking on Terre, Haute out of Indiana today in their second game. Mavericks 1-0 in the tournament. Indiana picking up the win last night over the host team, post 22, and a one-run screamer that was, from what I heard from highlights, I didn't come and watch the game, but it was a screamer last night. So we're in for a good one for the Missoula Mavericks as we get set to go. And hesitation by both coaches as they head back to dugouts after the coaches' meetings. Plate talk, as we like to say.
Welcome to Floyd Fitzgerald Stadium, day 2 of the Camping World Firecracker Tournament. Today's first game features the visiting team.
All right, so that's our PA announcer giving us the
Indiana. The umpires for today's game are Michael Deming.
Our lineups for today's matchup for the Missoula Mavericks, who is the designated visiting team.
Please line up on your respective baselines.
Oh, they're going to go ahead and do the national anthem, so we'll step aside. Oh, they are going to do the lineup, so we'll go ahead and do them. So the Missoula Mavericks starting lineup, it's the center fielder, Brendan Hill, leading off. Dane Frazier, the right fielder, bats second. Batting third is the catcher, Trad Richardson. Stuart Long is the designated hitter, and he is batting fourth. Bridger Johnson in left field bats fifth. Batting sixth is Drew Stensrud holding down third base. It's Thomas Martin at second base, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Zach Hangus at first, and Dayton Bay is the shortstop. Parker Stevens is your pitcher for today's game for the Missoula Mavericks. For Terre Haute, it is Garrett Lloyd, the left fielder, to lead things off. Cole Whitlock is in right field, batting second. Batting third is Adam Craig, the center fielder. Tristan Elders, the first baseman, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Evan Newman, the designated hitter. Dayton Reed holds down third base, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Caleb Gonsor. He's the second baseman. Will Kelly, the shortstop, bats eighth, and batting ninth is Pearson Barnes. It's Kendall Riley on the Five Valley pitcher's mound for Terre Haute as we get their players out on the field with their lineups. The Mavericks getting a 13-0 win yesterday over Premier West, and the Terre Haute picking up the 11-10 win over the host team, post 22 in the night game last night. So there's your starting lineups. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have your first pitch.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get set for our first pitch of the game between the Missoula Mavericks and Terre, Haute out of Indiana. We actually ran into some of the players and parents yesterday as the Mavericks went to Mount Rushmore, and then on the way back we stopped at Bear Country, which is a little cool little area place that they have some wild animals and a bunch of really sweet bears. But we ran into some of the parents there, said they were killing some time before the game last night. What a great group of individuals. They were a lot of fun last year, so I'm looking forward to the game today between the Missoula Mavericks. Both teams 1-0, so there's got to be a winner and got to be a loser today, unfortunately, but that's the way the ball bounces, as they say in the business. It's Brendan Hill leading off for the Mavericks in center field. Dane Frazier is the right fielder batting second, and Terre Richardson is the catcher batting third. Right now, Kendall Riley is warming up on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound for Terre Haute. Our umpires today, behind the plate, it's Michael Deming, and John Whitcraft is in the field. We're at Floyd Fitzgerald Stadium, Dave Plouffe Field here in Rapid City, and lots of history involved with this post-22 program. It's kind of almost awestruck to be in this facility with the history that is behind it. Just a really cool historical with all the players that have come through here and the coaching and everything. We get Brendan Hill at the plate now as we get set to go for our first pitch. And it's delivered inside for ball one. First pitch is at 11:27 a.m. We have a current game time temp of 76 degrees with 54% humidity. Here's a swing foul for Hill to bring up strike one. 1-2 on, or 1-1 on the count. Leadoff batter Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-1 pitch by Riley, and this one's rolled right at Riley. It comes off of his boot, picked up by the second baseman. A good throw, and that's one away on the ground ball.
The ground out brings up right fielder number 7, Dane Frazier.
That takes us to Dane Frazier for the Missoula Mavericks with one out and nobody on. Frazier stepping in. Pitch on the way. And this one's going to be right over the head of the second baseman. The right fielder not able to hold on to it. And Dane Frazier will find himself on. It was in the glove, but they are going to count that as a hit. As we go to Terre Richardson with one on and one out. Terre knocked one over the fence yesterday in the game against Premier West, serving up the shot over the True Green sign in the right field. This one's hit out to the left fielder on a line drive, and that's 2 away for the Mavericks.
The flyout brings up the designated hitter, number 2, Stuart Long.
We go to Stuart Long, who's at the designated hitter position for the Mavericks with 2 outs. And Frazier at first. Riley with the stretch and set. And a swing will bring up strike 1. Long settles back in. It's Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. 2 outs and Frazier at first. Inside pitch as Long will hop out of the way, and we get even on the count at 1 apiece. Boys going up to Mount Rushmore yesterday, and that's always a fun time to hang out and see the awe in the faces of the new boys that first time they're here. This pitch gets away from Barnes, allowing Frazier to get to second, and will be 2-1 on the count. With 2 outs. Riley now with the stretch and set. And that will bring up strike 2, so we go even on the count at 2 apiece. With 2 outs. Frazier steps away from second. Riley peeks at him. And we get a full count now, 3-2. Stretch and set by Riley. A peek at Frazier, and then the pitch. This one's fouled off into the lighting system down the first base line, and we stay at 3-2. Here's the pitch and a swing, and the final out of the inning will be a strikeout. Frazier left behind, and we go to the bottom of the first right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the first inning as we get Parker Stevens on the 5 Valley Outer pitcher's mound for the Missoula Mavericks. Dane Frazier left behind at the top of the first. No runs, so it stays with goose eggs on the scoreboard. It's Garrett Lloyd, the left fielder, to lead off for Terre Haute. Cole Whitlock, the right fielder, in the on-deck circle, and Adam Craig, the center fielder, in the hole. That is the Terre Haute schedule for the bottom of the first. So, Lloyd settles in. Stevens steps on the rubber. Plate official, plate umpire, Michael Deming. John Whitcraft in the field. And the first pitch is going to be bounced out, picked up by Martin at second. He'll bobble it. The throw to first is made, and they're going to say safe. And Terre Haute will put a runner on.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Cole Whitlock.
At first as Cole Whitlock comes up. Whitlock, the lefty, settles in, and Stevens is going to go to first. Here's the stretch and set, and a foul ball. Strike one. So Lloyd at first. 0-1 on the count. And the pitch outside will take us even on the count at 1 apiece. Bottom of the first, scoreless. Runner's going to go. Here's Richardson with the throw, and it's Bay down, and they'll have the pickoff at second. Great job by the catcher, Trad Richardson, as we get ball 2. Dayton Bay at shortstop today, and we get 2-2 now on the count with 1 out. Bases cleared. A pop into center field. Hill on the run. Shallow in the glove, and that's 2 away.
The flyout brings up center fielder, number 6.
Brings
Adam
up
Craig.
Adam Craig now for Terre Haute. 2 outs. Nobody on. Here's a pitch by Stevens, and a check swing will result in ball 1. Parker Stevens, a 2019 graduate of Sentinel High School in Missoula. Pitch on the way, and this will bring up ball 2, 2-0. Football player as well for the Sentinel Spartans, as this one comes off the toe. Of Richardson, and we'll have 3-0 on the count. Stretch and set pitch, and it's strike 1. Tristan Elder, the first baseman in the on-deck circle, with 2 outs. And that'll bring a full count. Craig thought he was going to get the base, and Deming raises the fist for strike 2. Here's Stevens now with the pitch, and that will bring up the walk to put a runner back at first for Terre Haute. Bringing up Tristan Elder now. 1 on and 2 outs as Craig stands at first. Here's the pitch by Stevens, and it'll be outside, ball 1. Movement by Craig might have caught Parker's eye on that pitch. So many games within the game of baseball that are played. As Stevens goes to Hangus at first. Pitch on the way. This one's over the head of Martin. Chased down by Frazier to the wall. They'll bring the runner around from first as Craig will come in to score, and Elder will have the double, putting Terre Haute on the board first. 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 2 outs, and it's Evan Newman, the designated hitter now, with a runner at second. For Terre Haute. Richardson, the catcher. Mavericks with a good pair of catchers this year. Richardson and Clausen. And a foul ball goes above the dugout into the netting for strike one. Richardson's natural position, what he played most coming up, was catcher, but he has done a great job at third base as well, with guys like Clayton Frankie and Spencer Schock ahead of him at the catcher position. Here's another foul ball, and it's 0-2. So he's been hanging out at third for the last couple of seasons, getting a few shots. Here's a bouncer to Stevens, a jog and toss to Hangus, and that is the inning. Terre Haute picks up a run to make it 1-0. Top of the second coming up right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the second inning, Terre Haute leading the Missoula Mavericks 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We are at Rapid City for the 2019 Camping World Firecracker Classic, hosted by Post 22. And this is always a fun one. This is my second year, so I shouldn't say always, but it has been a fun one to come to. Great talent here. Hospitality is off the charts. They love the Missoula parents and the Mavericks as a team as well. For the Mavericks, it's Bridger Johnson to lead off the inning. Drew Stensrud on deck and Thomas Martin in the hole. So 5, 6, 7 batters scheduled up. Kendall Riley stands on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound, ready for his first pitch of the top of the second inning. So Johnson, the left fielder. And Johnson will roll the first pitch out to the shortstop. Shortstop with the bobble. The throw to first is on target, but Bridger Johnson is going to reach to start for the Mavericks.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Drew Stensrud.
Brings up Drew Stensrud now for the Mavericks, the third baseman, with Richardson behind the plate this year a little more. Stensrud has been getting some good experience at third. Here's a swing to start things off for strike one. Riley with the stretch and set, and a pitch over the plate will bring up strike two. Stensrud has done time at both first and third this year for the Mavericks. Frazier getting to hang out in the outfield. Hangus at first has been delightful. Pitch upstairs brings up ball one, 1-2. Good group of young men that have moved up from the A squad to the AA, as well as additions from other programs from Missoula. Here's the pitch. And Stensrud rolls this one to the third baseman. The throw to second is there. They'll go down the line, and the stretch out at first by Elder will turn the double play, and the Mavericks will have the out. Bringing up Thomas Martin now. So Thomas Martin's first pitch will be ball one. Riley now with the pitch. And this one he will find the zone. Riley will find the zone to make it even on the count at one apiece. Martin in the second base spot. And he has played there throughout the year. Ball two. He did in Billings have a chance to hang out in the outfield for a couple of games. Here's the pitch. And we go even on the pitch at two apiece. In the 2018 season for Martin, it was a debut as we build to a full count of pitching for Martin. But he wanted that second base spot and has battled out there as he sends this one high and shallow into left field. It's in the glove, and that's the side. So the Mavericks suffer from a double play, and it stays 1-0 Terre Haute. We'll be back with the bottom of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the second inning. Terre Haute leading the Missoula Mavericks 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is the 6, 7, 8 batters on the schedule for Indiana as Baton Reed, the third baseman, is at the plate. Caleb Gonsower is on deck and Will Kelly in the hole. First pitch by Parker Stevens is fouled off from the Five Valley pitcher's mound to bring up strike one. Parker Stevens on the mound as this one's over the glove of Stensrud. It's going to roll and picked up by Johnson, and a runner will stand at first to start the inning. Takes us to Caleb Gonsower, the second baseman. Runner at first, no outs, bottom of the second. Stevens with the stretch and set. And a foul ball to start the at-bat for Gonsower. Here's the pitch. And we go even at 1 apiece with the ball. Bunt laid down. Richardson with the throw to second. They'll get and they say foul. Trad with a great play from the plate, but they're going to say foul. And it'll be 1 and 2 on the count. Mavericks had the double play there. Richardson with a great play with Bay coming to the bag and Hangus at the ready ahead, but it's wiped away. Here's a foul ball now on the reach, and we stay at 1 and 2. That's just the way the ball bounces sometimes, though. No outs, runner at first. Here's Stevens with the stretch and set. And a reach. This one's going to get over Martin, and a bouncer to Frazier. We'll put runners at first and second with no outs.
Base hit brings up the shortstop, number 14, Will Kelly.
We go to Will Kelly now for Terre Haute with runners at first and second and no outs. Bottom of the second. Kelly, the shortstop, looks down the third base line to Tim Hayes to get the signal and then steps in. Getting a little bit of a breeze. It's much cooler today than it was yesterday, and there's not as much humidity. Here's the bunt show, and we'll have ball 1. Hangus down the first base line, expecting bunt. Stevens now with the pitch. This bunt is laid foul behind the plate, and we're 1 and 1 on the count. Terre Haute, the champions from last year. Two and 1 on the pitch. Stevens now. And this is over the plate for strike 2. 2 and 2. Stretch and set. And we build to a full count, 3 and 2. Parker Stevens on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound. Drew Stensrud stands at third. Dayton Bay at second. At shortstop. Thomas Martin is at second, and Zach Hangus at first. Here's a swing, and the first out of the inning is on the strikeout.
The strikeout brings up the catcher, number 7, Pearson Barnes.
Takes us to Pearson Barnes now with 1 out and 2 on. Barnes, bottom of the order, the catcher. Here's the pitch by Stevens. And Barnes punches this one high into right field. Frazier comes up, wraps his glove around it, and the pop fly will be out in number 2. So the runners remain at second and first with 2 outs as we swing to the top of the order for Terre Haute, and it's Garrett Lloyd, the left fielder. Here's the pitch by Stevens, and it's low for ball 1. Lloyd reaching off of an error, his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. And that'll be strike 1, a 1 and 1 on the count with 2 outs. Breeze running from third to first. American flag. Standing at attention and off to left field as this one's fouled back. 1 and 2 to Garrett Lloyd. And time is called. Here's the pitch. And that'll be strike 3 as we'll get the chainsaw pull from Deming. 2 left behind, no earned, and we stay at 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right folks, we're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Terre, Haute leading the Missoula Mavericks 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Mavericks, it's the bottom of the order. Zach Hangus in the number 8 spot and Dayton Bay, number 9 spot, due up on the inning. Kendall Riley up for his 3rd inning of duty on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound as Hango approaches the plate for the Mavericks.
The first baseman, number 11, Zach Hangus.
Mavericks with 1 hit, 1 error, and they've left 1 behind. Terre Haute, they are 1 run off of 3 hits, 1 error, and have left 3 on base. As Hangus gets tagged in the shin, and the Missoula will have a runner at first to start the inning. We go to the bottom of the order now for the Mavericks to Dayton Bay. With 1 on and no outs. Bay has been the bunt master this year, the Zen bunt master, as this one's going to come off the bat foul as he used the bat kind of as a protective agent. And we go 0-1 on the count. But Bay, the last 5 games, the Mavericks have been at the bottom of the order. RBI masters as this bunt is laid down the 3rd base line. Here's the throw to first, and the sac bunt moves Hangus to second. As we swing to the top of the order, Brendan Hill. With Hill stepping to the plate, Hangus at second, Frazier in the on-deck circle. 1 out. And Hill will take ball 1. Hill, one of those utility players for the Mavericks, a silent leader as a senior, as he'll take strike 1, 1-1 on the count. Hangus at second. Riley now with the stretch and set. Kendall Riley on the 5-validator pitcher's mound. As Hill will have this one backspin off the bat. Second baseman will pick it up. The throw to first is just ahead of Hill, and that's 2 away.
The ground out brings up right fielder number 7, Dane Frazier.
We go to Dane Frazier now for the Mavericks with 2 outs. And Hengis standing at third. And Frazier leading the Mavericks with home runs with 3 this year. Picked up his third in Billings. As he'll roll this one to the third baseman. A look into the glove, a throw to first on target, and the Mavericks will strand Hengis. We stay 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Terre Haute up to bat next on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we have the bottom of the third inning. Terre Haute leading the Missoula Mavericks 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Cole Whitlock. Parker Stevens on the 5-validator pitcher's mound for the Mavericks for his third inning of work on the mound. And the first pitch will come across the plate for strike 1. Michael Deming, our plate umpire. John Whitcraft in the field as this one's rolled past Stevens and into center field, and Indiana will start out with a runner at first. Fourth hit of the game for Terre Haute, as Adam Craig, the center fielder, will come to the plate. Stevens with the pitch. Over the plate, strike 1. Thought about taking the swing. These boys are aggressive. As he'll take that pitch for ball 1, 1-1. They're one of the higher talented teams in the tournament this week. As Richardson keeps the ball in front of him. Make it 2-1. Throw to first. So for the Mavericks, on Monday, July 1st, they'll have the 2 o'clock game against Eden Prairie, who is another talented team. This pitch brings it even at 2 apiece on the count. Tuesday is the doubleheader day for the Mavericks, as they will take on Rocky Mountain at 4:30. This one is a high fly deep into center field. Hill tracks it down, keeps it in the glove, and that will hold the runner at first.
The flyout brings up first baseman number 12, Tristan Elder.
1 away. We go to Tristan Elder now, the first baseman, as he had a great play with the stretch out there. First basemen have to be acrobats. As he'll take the first pitch for ball 1. And then the Mavericks, they have the 4:30 game on Tuesday, July 2nd, and then the 7 o'clock game against the host team, Post 22, as this one is outside for ball 2, 2-0 on the count. Here's the pitch, and we'll get ball 3, 3-0 on the count. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 7 innings for our tournament this weekend, as we're using American Legion rules. Pitcher over the plate brings up Stevens on the count at 3-1. Wednesday for the Mavericks, July 3rd. It's the 2 o'clock game against the Catalyst Cardinals. And a walk will put runners at first and second with 1 out. The designated hitter, Evan Newman, now at the plate for Terre Haute with 1 out and 2 on. Stevens with the stretch and set. And the pitch, Richardson tracks it down. Runner will advance from second to third. And we'll have ball 1. Runners on the corners now with 1 out. Newman ground out his first at bat as Richardson keeps it in front of him for ball 2, 2-0. Then Thursday, July 4th, those are the placement games as we bring up ball 3. And those are earlier, so we'll start at 9. It's the 5th place game. 11:30 will be the 3rd place game, and the championship game at 2 o'clock. Now, with teams traveling to this tournament from a variety of locations throughout the United States, well, game times may be altered to accommodate travel needs on the final day of the tournament. So those are scheduled as Stevens will bring it over the plate for strike 1, 3-1 on the count to Evan Newman. Cole Whitlock is at third and Tristan Elder at first with 1 out. This one's punched up high. Richardson right behind the plate will put it in the glove, and that'll be 2 away.
Brings up third baseman, number 11, Brayton Reed.
We go to the first baseman now. Third baseman, Brayton Reed. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Stevens, and this one's punched foul. It's going to be into the bullpen down the first base line, out of reach for any players, and the foul ball will bring up strike 1.
All foul balls to the ticket booth.
Here's the pitch, and it's upstairs by Stevens, and we go even on the count at 1 apiece. 2 outs at the bottom of the 3rd. It's 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, owned by Terre Haute. Here's the throw to third. Stensrud is there, but the runner gets back. That's Cole Whitlock. The pitch. Foul, and we go 1-2. 8-run rule after 4.5 innings for the tournament, or 5 complete. 15-run rule after 3 complete. As I mentioned earlier, American Legion pitching rules apply. Tiebreakers, first is head-to-head. As we get this pitch fouled off. Reed reaching for it, trying to keep himself in the count. We stay at 1-2. Second is runs allowed per inning played. Runs scored per inning played is third, and then the fourth is a coin flip. Here's a reach that's going to bounce into center field. A runner from third will advance, and with 2 outs, Terre Haute will lead 2-0 with runners at first and second.
The RBI single brings up second baseman, number 4, Caleb Gonzer.
We go to Caleb Gonzer now. The second baseman. He singled his first at-bat. He's got runners at first and second. This one's fouled off. Out of the park for strike 1. Here's the stretch and set. And this one off the grips. Foul for strike 2. 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that'll bring up a ball. So 1-2 on the count. Two outs, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Outside, and we go even 2-2. The stretch and set. And a bouncer. This one's Martin. Martin gets a glove on it. He will get the throw to first, and that will end the side. So 1 run earned, 2 left behind, and it's 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at world views. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It is the top of the 4th inning. Terre Haute leading the Missoula Mavericks 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Mavericks, it's the 3, 4, 5 batters scheduled on the inning. The catcher, Trad Richardson, at the plate. Stuart Long is the designated hitter in the on-deck circle, and Bridger Johnson is in the hole. For the Mavericks, their top 3 batters, or the top 3 in the order, I should say, Hill, Frazier, and Richardson, are all members of the Home Run Club as this one comes over the plate for strike 1. Kendall Riley on the 5-valid pitcher's mound as this one rolls out. Shortstop with a throw to first and just ahead of Richardson. And the ground out will be the first out of the inning.
Brings out the designated hitter, number 2, Stuart Long.
With 1 out, nobody on, we go to Stuart Long now for the Mavericks. Top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. A foul ball for Long, and that one's going to be just out of play into the bullpen. And we'll have strike 1 for Stuart Long. Long struck out swinging his first at-bat in the designated hitter spot. Hathaway kind of changing things up. Non-conference tournament play. Hathaway likes to mix things up here and there, and so putting Bay at short and Martin at second. where in recent weeks it's been Long at short and Bay at second. Pitch takes us to 1-1. And we'll get ball 2 now. For Kendall Riley in his first 3 1/3 innings, it's 35 pitches, 23 of them over the plate, as this one will bring up ball 3. 3-1 now on the count. Here's the pitch. And it's a walk for Stuart Long, and the Mavericks will have a runner with 1 out. Takes us to the left fielder, Bridger Johnson, now for the Mavericks. He's getting the signal from Hathaway. Brent Hathaway, the manager for the Mavericks. 29th season with the program, 28th season as the manager. A lot of pride in the program. And they're going to throw the line second as a jump around by Long. As we have ball 1 on the count to Johnson. Johnson has been a great addition to this Mavericks program at the AA level, as he has been able to really work out there in the outfield, as this one's going to be back to first base. Stuart Long really playing out there as we get ball 2 now for Johnson. Johnson reaching off an error, his first at bat. Come back up here with it though. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 3 now by Riley. 3-0 to Johnson. Stuart Long at first for the Mavericks off the walk. Riley with a deep breath, and now the stretch and set. And he jumps into the count with a strike pitch at 3-0, making the count 3-1. And it's a walk for runners at first and second for the Mavericks to lead off the top
The walk brings up third baseman number 5, Drew
of the 4th. We go to the first baseman, Drew Stensrud, for the Mavericks, with runners at first and second and 1 out. And the catcher, Pearson Barnes, will go out and check in with his catcher. I have a ton of respect for, with his pitcher I should say, I have a ton of respect for catchers. They have a lot on their plate as they sit behind the plate, call the field, they see the field, they call the game from the dugout. They've got baseballs tossed at them for the entire game. And then they have to play shrink to the pitcher to check them in. So just a ton of respect in my book for the catcher position. Here's the pitch to Stensrud, and it'll be ball 1. And I'm not able to say into the bullpens here at Pluth Field, Dave Pluth Field. So I don't know if there's been any movement that way for either team, as a pitch over the plate will be delivered for strike 1. 1-1 on the count, 1 out. Runners at first and second for the Mavericks. Back-to-back walks as Drew Stensrud stands at the plate with a 1-1 count. And that'll bring up ball 2. 2-1. The stretch and set now. And the 1-1. Check swing will result in a strike. So we go even at 2 apiece. Thomas Martin for the Mavericks in the on-deck circle. So we're at the number 6 spot batter with Martin batting in the number 7 spot. Top of the 4th, 51 minutes into the game so far. Scheduled for 7. And a pitch upstairs brings a ball. And we move to a full count at 3-2. Time is called, and that will bring out Hayes, the manager, to check in with his pitcher. I don't think we're going to see a pitching change here. I think this is just a straight up visit. And speaking of visiting, folks, if you are getting ready to take a trip out of town, maybe a trip up to the lake after the game, go for a ride in the woods, enjoy the weather in the Missoula Valley area, well, stop and see our friends at Fast Trip Conoco, your one-stop convenience store. They've got the most convenient gas pumps, best selection of cold drinks in town, and the biggest ice cooler to fill your cooler to keep those drinks cold. Fast Trip Conoco, across from Larchmont Golf Course on South Reserve, a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So with Stensrud at 3-2 and the conference on the mound finished, Riley steps on the rubber, and here's the payoff pitch to strike the batter out. Stensrud struck out looking. Takes us to the second baseman, Thomas Martin, now with 2 outs. Riley now with the stretch and set. And Martin will let it ride by for strike 1. Martin with a fly out, his first at bat. He's got Long at second and Johnson at first with 2 outs. This pitch will bring up an even count at 1 apiece. Zach Hangus in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Hangus with the win yesterday over Premier from the 5 Valley pitcher's mound, as Martin will take a swing for strike 2. One and 2 on the count. Here's the pitch, and it'll be inside, even us out at 2 apiece. Martin heading east this fall, taking his baseball talents to the next level, as this is delivered upstairs for a full count at 3-2. He's going to go to Miles Community College in Miles City to get his education and play some baseball while he's there for the Pioneers, following in the footsteps of his brother James. Runners are going to go, and this foul ball
Please return all foul balls to the ticket
will
booth.
keep us at 3-2. Kendall Riley with the stretch and set. And Martin punches this one high over the pitcher's mound. The shortstop will come in to call it. Waves off the pitcher, and he can't put it in the glove. That will earn the run from third by Long, and they've got corners for the Mavericks with 2 outs. And the Mavericks get on the board off of the air.
The air scores a run, brings up the first baseman, number 11, Zach Hangus.
That brings us to Zach Hangus with runners on the corners for the Mavericks and 2 outs. Riley with the pitch, and he'll deliver ball 1. And they'll let Martin go to second. So that puts runners at second and third for the Mavericks now with 2 outs. 1-0 on the count to Hangus. He was hit by a pitch his first at bat. And this one will bring up strike 1, 1-1 on the count. Riley delivers. Inside, brings up ball 2. Bottom of the order for the Mavericks in the on-deck circle with 2 outs, as Hango will take a slice for strike 2, 2-2. Here's the pitch, and strike 3 will end the inning. Runners left behind at second and third with 1 run earned, and it's 2-1 Terre Haute. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the 4th inning, the Mavericks swing into the game. 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, led by Terre Haute. Bottom of the order, Will Kelly in the number 8 spot at the plate with Parker Stevens on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound. First pitch of the inning by Stevens will come across the plate for strike 1. So 8-9 batters on the inning schedule for Terre Haute, as this one comes in for ball 1 to give us an even count at 1 apiece. Foul ball puts Stevens ahead in the count at 1-2. So the bottom of the order, Pearson Barnes in the on-deck circle for Terre Haute. Here's the pitch by Stevens, and Hangus cannot get to it, and the runner will reach to lead the inning.
The single brings up the catcher, number 7, Pearson Barnes.
So we go to the catcher, Pearson Barnes, with 1 on and no outs. Stevens with his foot on the rubber. Barnes settling in, 0 for 1, throw to first. Here's the pitch. Bunt laid down. Stevens will pick it up. The throw to first, and the sac bunt does its job, moving Kelly to second with 1 out now.
The sacrifice bunt brings us to the top of the lineup, the left fielder, number 5, Garrett Lloyd.
So with 1 out, we go to Garrett Lloyd now for the Mavericks. Kelly standing at second, top of the order at the plate. Parker Stevens with the stretch and set. And this one's hit hard into right field. Frazier will put it in the glove. The tag at second, and the runner will hold. And that's 2 outs on the fly ball into right field.
The fly out brings up the right fielder, number 1, Cole Whitlock.
We go to Cole Whitlock with 2 outs and a runner at second for Terre Haute. Stevens with the stretch and set as he spies at Kelly. Now the pitch. And a swing results in strike 1 off the foul. 2 outs. Mavericks looking to get into the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch by Stevens. Into left field. Johnson runs up on it. It's in the glove, and that's the side. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. We go to the top of the 5th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Attention all Legion baseball fans. The Missoula Prep Sports Network will be the exclusive video streaming provider for the Montana, Alberta AA and A Legion tournaments July 18th through August 1st. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to support the coverage of the games, please send us an email and we'll get in touch with you. Join us live from Kalispell, Montana and Miles City, Montana, July 28th through August 1st for state championship drama. MPSN, Legion baseball fans home for the 2018 Montana, Alberta state tournaments.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we hop to the top of the 5th inning. Mavericks down 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is Dayton Bay, the bottom of the order for the Mavericks, to lead off the inning. So 9-1-2 on the schedule. Hill in the on-deck circle with Dane Frazier in the hole. Kendall Riley on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound. We did see a visit in the 4th inning by the Terre Haute manager to check in with his pitcher, but he's going to let him stand tall and continue on. Dayton Bay at the plate for the Mavericks.
Shortstop number 1, Dayton Bay.
Dayton Bay, a very athletic young man. I'm excited to see him through the next few years. Sounds as though as he's fighting for that quarterback position at Sentinel, as this one's going to hop off the middle of the bat, and Dayton Bay will find himself at first off the shallow popper. Will swing to the top of the order with a runner at first for the Mavericks, Brendan Hill. And in my book, Hill, the fastest Maverick. And I think the voice of summer, Paul Yarbrough, might agree with me on this, as Hill will pop this one into the gap. Center fielder cannot get to it. Bay's going to go ahead and grab a gear as he heads to third, and the Mavericks will have runners on the corners with no outs, as you can hear the crowd below me on their feet. Takes us to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks. Back-to-back hits for the Mavericks to start the 5th, as the home run leader, Dane Frazier, stands at the plate. And a look to the dugout as the manager for Terre Haute steps out and signals the field. That's Tim Hayes. Here's the pitch to Frazier, and it's ball 1. I'm sure not wanting to serve one up here to Frazier. It's 330 down the first base line, 325 down the third, and 339 to the big green monster in center field. Here's the pitch. And Frazier will stroke it foul for strike one.
All foul balls to the ticket booth.
So Frazier 1-1 on the count after the foul ball, as ball 2 is delivered in. Dane's grandparents here in Rapid City supporting him, making the trip over. They were up at Mount Rushmore yesterday. Kim Frazier's mom and dad, as this one's over the second baseman's head. That'll bring the tying run down the line. Hill grabs a gear at second, and he'll hold up at third, and the Mavericks will have runners on the corners as Trad Richardson comes to the plate. And a tie game at 2 apiece. Mavericks coming alive with no outs here in the top of the 5th. Trad Richardson knocking one over the fence in right field yesterday. He's got runners at first and second. Here's the pitch, and it's across the shoulders for ball 1. Pitch delivered upstairs, ball 2, 2-0. So the Mavericks back in action tomorrow, Monday, July 1st, 2 o'clock against Eden Prairie. Tuesday's doubleheader. Mavericks get to have the fireworks game against the host team, Post 22. Very excited about that game, as this one's upstairs for ball 3, 3-0. Last year we didn't get to do the fireworks because we had God's fireworks. There was a lightning storm that came through that night that they had the fireworks, and we got to watch lightning across the plains. It was a gorgeous scene. Here's the 3-0. And it'll be a 3-0 strike to make it 3-1. So this year the Mavericks drawing the firework game against Post 22. So very excited about that. I have heard lots of stories about the fireworks show here for Post 22, so I'm excited. Here's the foul ball. Take us to a full count at 3-2. And then to make the evening even more exciting, the Mavericks do have the doubleheader. So between the game for the first pitch of the 7 o'clock game, they're going to have a helo land in center field to deliver the person throwing out the first pitch. That is first class. The Mavericks held the state tournament a couple years ago. Actually, it's been more than a couple years, but they had skydivers bring in the balls for first pitch, as Richardson will be walked to load the bases. Takes us to the designated hitter, Stuart Long, for the Mavericks, tied at 2 apiece on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard with no outs. And I can't see down the third base line to see if Terre Haute has put anybody in the bullpen to warm up. Long stepping in, struck out swinging his first at bat and walked his second plate appearance, as he'll foul this one back into Barnes for strike 1. Terre Haute trying to pick up their first out in the inning, top of the 5th. Mavericks with a run to make it 2-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch to Long, and it'll bring up ball 1, even count at 1 apiece. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks, loaded bases. Here's the pitch, and it'll bring up ball 2, 2-1. Patience by Stuart Long. Stewart, the designated hitter today, as it's outside for a ball to make it 3-1. Brendan Hill at third, Dane Frazier at second, and Trad Richardson at first for the Mavericks. No outs, top of 5. Here's the pitch. And ducking out of the way, Long will be walked. Hill will trot home from third, and the Mavericks take the lead 3-2, and that will bring out Hayes as he looks to the bullpen. Or he looks that direction. I don't see anybody coming out, so this might be just a visit. Nope, we're going to have a pitching change here. As we get a pitcher out of the bullpen. We'll step aside. We'll get your changes right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as the change on the mound is Ethan Newman for for Terre Haute. Bridger Johnson will come to the plate for the Mavericks. No outs. Dane Frazier at third, Trad Richardson at second, and Stuart Long at first. Top of the 5th. Mavericks with 2 runs here to make it 3-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. As Johnson settles in, he reached off an error and was walked his second plate appearance. So for Kendall Bailey, it was 4 innings pitched, 77 total pitches, 41 of them over the plate, 3 runs, 2 of them earned off of 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks, and a hit by pitch, finishing with a 3.50 ERA. The first pitch coming in to Johnson is ball 1. Infield in tight against Johnson as ball 2 comes up. Newman inheriting loaded bases. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle and no outs. Mavericks with 3 runs off of 4 hits. I got ahead of myself as ball 3 is brought up. Brayton Reed at third for Terre Haute. Will Kelly, the shortstop. Caleb Gonser at second, and Tristan Elder at first as strike 1 is brought up on 3-0. Pearson Barnes behind the plate. The outfield in left is Garrett Lloyd as the pitch comes in, and it's a walk. Keeps the bases loaded, and the Mavericks earn a run to make it 4-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Richardson now at third, Long at second, and Johnson at first for the Mavericks. In left field for Terre Haute, it's Garrett Lloyd. Center field is Adam Craig and Cole Whitlock in right field. Pitch outside to Drew Stensrud brings up ball one. Stensrud, fielder's choice, his first at bat, and struck out looking his second. Here's Newman with the pitch. And back outside for ball two, 2-0. And the first baseman, Elder, will come out to the mound and check in with his pitcher. Our umpire behind the plate, Michael Deming, John Whitcraft in the field, two-man crew. Stensrud settles back in with Thomas Martin in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-0. And good job by Barnes to keep the ball in front of him for ball three. Bridger Johnson at first, Stuart Long at second, and Trad Richardson at third. No outs. Pitch over the plate. Brings up strike one, 3-1 on the count. Here's the stretch and set by Newman. And Stensrud bounces this one down the line to third. And the third baseman can't pick it up. That brings Richardson home. And Stensrud will reach. We're going to call that one an error.
The second baseman, number 8, Thomas Martin.
Brings up Thomas Martin now for the Mavericks as they now lead 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Martin will receive ball one from Newman. Time is called as Hayes is going to come out. And the right fielder, Whitlock, jogging in, and we might see another change here in the fifth on the Five Valley pitcher's mound. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So Newman done on the mound. Looks like he's heading towards right field. We'll step aside as the defensive changes are made. You're watching Mavericks baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as the player swap is done, and it is Cole Whitlock on the Five Valley pitcher's mound warming up now for Terre Haute as Ethan Newman has taken his place out in right field. So the lefty warming up. We've got loaded bases for the Mavericks here in the top of the fifth. No outs. Stuart Long at third, Bridger Johnson at second, and Drew Stensrud at first. Thomas Martin at the plate, and Zach Hangus in the on-deck circle. So the defensive set now in the outfield is Garrett Lloyd in left, Adam Craig in center, and Ethan Newman in right. Martin will come to the plate 0 for 2, fly out, and reaching off an error his first at-bat. Cole Whitlock. Top of the fourth, Mavericks earning 4 runs to make it 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. And Martin will take a slice for strike 1. And runs are something that are held onto with this matchup between two very talented games as we get strike 2, 0-2. Both teams playing solid defense. Stay in here with it though. It's for the press box booth. I know, but you stay in here. One and 2 on the count. Huh? Pitch on the way, and Martin sends this one into right field. That'll earn the run from Long. Johnson right behind him, grounding the corner of Stensrud, and Martin will stand at third. The Mavericks will earn 3 runs off the triple by T. Ray Thomas Martin. We go to Zach Hangus now for the Mavericks. Now leading 8-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. No outs on the board. Here's the pitch. And Hangus will lay a foul bunt down for strike 1. For Hangus, hit by a pitch his first at bat and struck out swinging with his second. Hathaway with the signal. Thomas Martin standing at third. No outs. Here's the pitch to Hangus. Hangus lays down the bunt. It'll roll to the pitcher. They'll have the out at the plate, and Hangus will reach. No. T-Ray with the score. And the Mavericks now lead 9-2. Off the bunt by Hangus. And we go to the bottom of the order. Dayton Bay. No outs. Bay with a high bunt, and it's in the glove of Barnes, and that's the first out of the inning. Brings up Brendan Hill for the Mavericks the second time on the inning with 1 out and Zach Hangus at first. Hill singled his first at-bat. Mavericks lead 9-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and the first pitch to Hill is ball 1. It was a pair of ground outs before the single for Hill. Here's the pitch, and a foul ball down into the first base dugout. Will bring up strike 1 to Hill. 1-1 on the count. And I think I heard, and I remember last year that his mom's birthday was this week while we were here. And I think I heard word that it is her birthday today, as this one comes up for ball 1, but not 100% sure. Ball 2, I should say, 2 and 1 on the count. And we're getting some cloud cover here in Rapid City. The weatherman saying last night that we should have some afternoon showers. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. Ball 3, 3 and 1 to Brendan Hill. Hangus at first. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle, 1 out. Here's Whitlock with the pitch. And Hill fouls it off to make it a full count at 3 and 2. Teams for the next game coming up in the building. Cattles Cardinals. They'll take on Terre Haute, and this will be a strikeout for the second out of the inning, and that's 2 away. We go to Dane Frazier now for the Mavericks. 2 outs and runner at first. Mavericks earning 8 runs here in the top of the 5th to make it 9-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Frazier with a single, his last at-bat in this inning, as this pitch is delivered over the plate by Whitlock for strike 1. A single his first at-bat, and sandwiched in between his first and third is a ground out. Hangus at first, 2 outs. Whitlock with the stretch and set. And a roller. The second baseman will pick it up. The throw to first is on target, and that is the inning. Mavericks with 8 runs on the inning to lead 9-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry. Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the 5th inning, Mavericks lead 9-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard over Terre Haute with Parker Stevens on the 5 Vallejo pitcher's mound. I did see Stuart Long and Dylan Chalmers head down to the first baseline bullpen in between innings. I imagine Stuart Long warming up in the pen for the Mavericks. For Terre Haute, it is the 3-4-5 batters. Adam Craig at the plate. Tristan Elder in the on-deck circle, and Evan Newman in the hole. First pitch of the inning is ball 1. Pitch outside brings up ball 2, 2-0. So Hathaway anticipating having this lead over a very talented Terre Haute team. As 3-0 on the count. And these boys, the Terre Haute boys, as this one's going to tag the batter, and it'll be a free base to start the inning for Adam Craig. Takes us to Tristan Elder, I apologize. Tristan Elder for Terre Haute with 1 on and no outs. Stevens now with the stretch and set. And over the plate for strike one. For Elder, a double and a walk, his 2 plate appearances on the day. Stevens in his 5th inning. He's got 75 pitches, 46 of them over the plate, as this one will come across the gut, and that's back-to-back hit by pitches to put runners on for Terre Haute. Brings up Evan Newman, and actually that is a change in the lineup, as Ethan Newman to bat in the number 5 spot. Stevens now with the pitch, and it's a ball. Runners will advance to second and third now. So Newman now 1-0 on the count. And Hathaway is going to call time and head out. He looks and points to the bullpen, so that means that Stuart Long will come in and replace Parker Stevens. We'll step aside as the Mavericks warm up a new pitcher. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Good job, Parker.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as the change on the mound brings Stuart Long up for the Mavericks. He will inherit runners at second and third. So for Parker Stevens, it was 4 innings pitched, 77 total pitches, 46 over the plate. There would be 2 runs, both of them earned off of 6 hits. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, hit 2 batters, and finished with a 3.5 ERA. So we get Stuart Long now on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks, and Ethan Newman at the plate, 1-0 on the count. Change happening mid-batter. It's Tristan Elder at second and Adam Craig at third, and the first pitch by Long is over the plate for strike one, 1-1 on the count. For the Mavericks infield, Drew Stenzer at third, Dayton Bay at short, Thomas Martin second, and Zach Hangus first. Trad Richardson behind the plate. Pitch on the way. Inside. Takes it 2-1 on the count. Good job by Richardson to keep the ball in front of him. The outfield set for the Mavericks. Bridget Johnson in left, Brendan Hill in center, and Dane Frazier in right, as this one's fouled off towards the bullpen to keep us, or put us at 2-2 on the count. Mavericks will have a 2 o'clock game on Monday, July 1st against Eden Prairie, another talented team in this tournament. Pitch on the way, and this one's going to roll out. Picked up by Bay. The throw to first is there, but off target. Runner will score from third. And it's now 9-3. Runners at first and second.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 11, Brayton Reed.
And I'm holding to see here how they want to score that one. I think they are going to put it as an error, as Brayson Reed will lay the bunt down. So Brayton Reed one and one on the count. Stuart Long on the 5 Vallejo pitcher's mound for the Mavericks, as this pitch is outside for ball 2, 2-1. Long coming in and taking over for Parker Stevens. Ball 3, 3-1. Tristan Elder at second. Ethan Newman at first. Reed will take this one into center field. It'll hop in front of Hill. Runner's going to grab a gear at third on his way home. And a single will score a run from second.
The RBI base hit brings up the shortstop, number 14.
And Terre Haute
Will
now
Kelly.
makes it 9-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. No outs on the board, just like the Mavericks in the top of the 5th, as Caleb Gonsor comes to the plate. Hangus expecting bunt, as he is about 8 feet up on the grass, and a foul ball down the first base line will bring up strike 1. For Gonsor, it's a single and a ground out, his 2 at-bats today. Terre Haute with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to make it 9-4 Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Foul ball takes it to 0-2 on the count. No outs. Mavericks going to the bullpen, so both managers making changes on the pitcher's mound at least once. Terre Haute made 2 changes in the top of the 5th. Mavericks hoping to just get away with 1. Here's the pitch. And a foul ball keeps us at 0-2.
Turn all foul balls to the ticket booth.
Where'd it go?
Here's the pitch by Long. And it's a strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Number 14, Will Kelly.
So with 1 away, runners at first and second, we go to Will Kelly now for Terre Haute. He was struck out swinging his first at-bat and singled his last. And a pitch upstairs brings up ball 1. Ball popped out into right in the glove of Frazier. Runner will tag at second. Frazier makes the throw, and Stensrud will have it at third. Runners on the corners on
The flyout brings up the catcher, number 7.
the flyout.
Jason Barnes.
Brings up Pearson Barnes, bottom of the order now for Terre Haute. Pitch upstairs. Ball 1. for Barnes. Fly out and a sack bunt, his 2 plate appearances. This one's popped into center. Hill will come to it, puts it in the glove, and it will be a 2-run inning to make it 9-4 Mavericks. We'll be back with the top of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right, folks. We're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com, as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Dave Plouffe Field in Rapid City, South Dakota for the 2019 Camping World Firecracker Classic. Missoula Mavericks ahead of Terre, Haute 9-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It's Cole Whitlock for Terre Haute on the 5 Valley or pitcher's mound. The Mavericks will have their 3, 4, 5 batters: Trad Richardson, Stuart Long in the on-deck circle, and Bridger Johnson in the hole. As Richardson settles in, Mavericks earning 8 runs in the top of the 5th inning to take the lead 9-4. They're looking to see if they can up the ante here. This Terre Haute team is a very talented team, and you have to stay on top of them, and you can't let them get ahead of you. Richardson now settling in. He had a home run yesterday for the Mavericks today. A line drive, a ground out, and a walk in his 3 plate appearances. First pitch will be ball 1 to Richardson. Here's the pitch. Richardson, a foul ball, will take us even on the count at 1 apiece. And the kids here at the park chasing down those foul balls. As Richardson's going to crank this one into left field. It's going to bounce. Left fielder can't get to it. It's going to roll just about to the warning track. Richardson now will stand up at second, and it's a double for the Mavericks to lead off the inning. We go to Stuart Long now for the Mavericks, and that'll bring out Coach Hayes. And we'll see a pitching change for Terre Haute as Whitlock heads to the dugout. We'll make those changes and be right back. You're watching Mavericks baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as the new pitcher comes in for Terre Haute. It is Tanner Pittman. We take a quick look at Whitlock's stats. Cole Whitlock, 1 inning total pitched, 17 total pitches, 13 over the plate, 1 run which was earned off of 3 hits, struck out 1, didn't walk any.
Now pitching for Terre Haute, number 17, Tanner Pittman.
And Tanner on the mound, it's Richardson at second for the Mavericks, Stuart Long at the plate, and Bridger Johnson. So Long settling in. He is on the 5 Valado pitcher's mound for the Mavericks now. His first pitch he'll take for strike 1, 0-1 on the count to Long. Long struck out swinging his first plate appearance and then back-to-back walks. Richardson steps from second. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle, no outs. Here's the pitch, and this one's rolled past the pitcher. Second baseman will pick it up. The throw to first on the double clutch. Elder with a great stick on the bag, and that is the first out. The ground out, moving Richardson to third. We go to Bridger Johnson now for the Mavericks, the left fielder, with 1 out and Richardson at third. Pittman will step off the rubber, now climbs back on. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. And Johnson will bounce this one into right field. The throw to first is there, but just behind the runner. What a play by Newman to Elder. Elder acrobatically stretching out for it, but Johnson reaching. Scoring Richardson. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Drew Stensrud, for the Mavericks. And the Mavs now leading 10-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. So Pittman inheriting a runner. And Richardson scoring. Thomas Martin in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. So the number 6 spot batter at the plate in Stensrud. 1 out. And Pittman will step back off the rubber. For Stensrud, a fielder's choice, a strikeout, and then a reaching off an error. And he'll take ball 1. 2-0 as that's ball 2. Pitch brought in for ball 3 as I keep getting behind on the count myself. 3-0 on the count. Bridger Johnson at first. Here's the pitch. And the 3-0 will have the strike, so 3-1. Pittman stepping off the rubber once again. Here's the stretch and set by Pittman. Runner's going to go, and it's going to be a hit by pitch to Stensrud. And runners at first and second for Thomas Martin with 1 out.
Thomas Martin.
Martin at second. Pittman with the pitch. And Martin will let it go for a ball one. For Thomas Martin, a fly out. Reached off an error, and then his last at bat was a 3-run triple. Here's the pitch by Pittman. And Martin, a fly ball into center field. Center fielder gets it in the glove. A tag by Johnson, and he'll get to third without a throw. So that's 2 outs now for the Mavericks, with runners on the corners as Zach Hangus comes to the plate. Johnson at third, Stensrud at first. Pittman leans in, now steps off the rubber. 2 outs. Mavericks lead 10-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. And Hangus will take strike one. 1-0. Stensrud will make his way to second off the stolen base. Runners at second and third with 2 outs for the Mavericks. Here's the 0-1 to Hangus, and it'll be strike 2. Pittman. And we'll have 1-2 on the count now. Stensrud at second. Johnson at third. Here's the 1-2 by Tanner Pittman. And it's down the first base line, just out of play. And the foul ball will keep Hangus alive at 1-2. Hangus hit by a pitch his first at bat. Struck out swinging, and then a bunt on his last. Dayton Bay in the on-deck circle, 2 outs. Pittman steps on the rubber. And now the 1-2. And we'll have ball 2, 2-2. Hangus being patient. His batting has really improved on this trip through Billings and then since he's been here in Rapid City. And the outside pitch gives us a full count at 3-2. Two outs, runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. And Hangus gets tagged in the hip. That puts runners on all 3 bases with 2 outs, with Dayton Bay bottom of the order at the plate for the Mavericks. Mavericks earning 1 run here in the 6th to make it 10-4. Missoula on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Mavericks, it would be a run in the 4th, 8 in the 5th, and then 1, as I mentioned, here in the 6th. Terre, Haute, they would get 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd, and then picked up 2 in the bottom of the 5th to make it 10-4 as Bay will take ball 1. So 10 runs off of 8 hits for the Mavericks, 2 errors, and 5 left behind as Bay settles into the box. For Terre Haute, it's 4 runs off of 7 hits, 3 errors, and 8 left behind. Bay with a bouncer down the third base line. Run will score, and Bay is at first. And the ball gets away from the first baseman. That will bring Stensrud down, and the Mavericks will earn a run off the error. And it's now 12-4 Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Hangus at third.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Brendan Hill.
And for Brendan Hill now, the Mavericks with 2 outs, runners on the corners. And Hill with a shot in the gap. Hangus will sprint home. Bay is around. He's going to have the gear at third, and the throw is made. Dayton Bay will score, and now Hill makes his way to third as the third baseman picks up the ball. And the Mavericks earn 2 off the double by Hill. Happy birthday, Mom.
The RBI double brings up the right fielder, number 7, Dane Frazier.
Takes us to Dane Frazier now for the Mavericks. Leading 14-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Pitch brought in to Dane Frazier, ball 1. 1-0 for Frazier. Frazier a single, a ground out, a single, and a ground out. His 4 at-bats. Here's the pitch, and Frazier will take it inside. It gets away. Hill's going to come home, and Hill will slide in. Ball is overthrown, and the Mavericks will clear the bases with Hill scoring on the ball pitch. Dane Frazier now 2-0 on the count. Trad Richardson in the on-deck circle, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. And it'll bring up ball 1. Or ball 3. So much action going on, trying to keep it straight here. Frazier settling in, bases getting cleared off of the wild pitch. Frazier now with the foul ball. Makes it 3-1 on the count. Here's the pitch by Pittman. Outside, and Dane Frazier is walked, putting a runner on for the Mavericks as Trad Richardson comes to the plate.
The base on balls brings up catcher number 13, Trad Richardson.
Mavericks getting the win yesterday, 13-0. And time is called as Hayes is going to come out to check in with his pitcher. And we'll see if this is just a visit. And it is just a visit, so we'll hold it right here. Now, if you're looking to upgrade your car, folks, you should see our friends over at 5 Valley Auto Sales. They will have you in with your best car buying experience with the largest selection and the most friendly sales staff around. Check out their feature selection of cars at www.5valleyautosales.com or check out their location at 3300 South Reserve Street, Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As the conference is broken up by Deming, we're getting some of those dark, heavy clouds here in Rapid City. Trad Richardson at the plate, waiting for his first pitch from Pittman for this plate appearance. Pittman now with the stretch and set. Ball one. Frazier tucked in at first off of the walk. Stuart Long in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-0. Richardson bounces it past the third baseman, and that's runners at first and second now for the Mavericks.
Base hit brings up number 2, Stuart Long.
We go to the pitcher, Stuart Long, now for the Mavericks. And here comes Hayes once again. He's looking towards the bullpen. And this might be the change. As the ball is handed over, we'll see a new pitcher on the 5 Valley Auto Sales pitcher's mound for Terre Haute. We're going to go ahead and step aside. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning, Mavericks lead 15-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Cade Moore has come in for Terre Haute on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound for Tanner Pittman. It was 2/3 of an inning total. He would have 27 pitches, 12 of them over the plate, 5 runs, all 5 earned off of 4 hits, no strikeouts, 1 walk, hit 2 batters, and finished with a 52.50 ERA. So Cade Moore will inherit runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the first pitch to Stuart Long will be ball 1. Long, a strikeout, back-to-back walks, and a ground out on the day. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle. Pitch upstairs, brings up ball 2. It's Dane Frazier at second for the Mavericks, and Trad Richardson at first with 2 outs. And we'll have ball 3 now to Stuart Long. Here's the pitch by Moore. And a walk to load the bases for the Mavericks with 2 outs. Bridger Johnson at the plate for Missoula.
Number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Here's the pitch by Moore, and it's in the dirt. Good job by Barnes to keep it in front of him. Ball 1. Bridger Johnson, an error, back-to-back walks, and a single. His 4 plate appearances. Moore delivers. Ball off the foot of the catcher. Dane Frazier steps on the plate. Runners advance, and the Mavericks now take a 16-4 lead off of the wild pitch. Johnson facing 2-0 on the count. As it looks as though Catalyst is ready to go. They have Terre Haute in the next game. 1-0 on the count. I was looking at the scoreboard as Johnson fouls this one back for strike 1. 3-1. That is Catalyst. You can hear their cleats on the concrete right below us walking by. They'll have the first baseline dugout when the Mavericks are done. And a walk on Johnson keeps the bases loaded now for the Mavericks. As Drew Stensrud comes to the plate with 2 outs. Mavericks with 7 runs here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Stensrud is strike 1. For Stensrud, fielder's choice, strikeout looking, an error, and was hit by a pitch. And ball 1, 1-1 on the count. 2 outs, top of 6. We are 2 hours and 8 minutes into this match between Terre Haute and the Mavericks. As the pitch is going to get away, runners will hold, and we'll have ball 2, 2-1. Thomas Martin in the on-deck circle with Zach Angus in the hole. 2-1. To Stensrud with loaded bases. Bridger Johnson at first, Stuart Long at second, and Trad Richardson at third. And a roller up the line to the shortstop. He'll step on the bag at second, and that will end the side. The Mavericks earn 7 to make it 16-4, the bottom of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Attention all Legion baseball fans. The Missoula Prep Sports Network will be the exclusive video streaming provider for the Montana, Alberta AA and A Legion tournaments July 18th through August 1st. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to support the coverage of the games, please send us an email and we'll get in touch with you. Join us live from Kalispell, Montana and Miles City, Montana, July 28th through August 1st for state championship drama. MPSN, Legion baseball fans home for the 2018 Montana, Alberta state tournaments.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City. What?
New York City? The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get the bottom of the 6th inning. The Missoula Mavericks leading Terre Haute 16-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Leading off for the inning for Terre Haute, it is the top of the order. Garrett Lloyd. So 1, 2, 3 in the order as Lloyd will take a swing for strike 1. 1-1 on the count. Stuart Long on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. And this one's punched over second. Martin calls for it, puts it in the glove, and that is the first out of the inning.
The flyout brings up number 1, Cole Whitlock.
We go to Cole Whitlock for the Mavericks now, with 1 out and nobody on. Swung on for strike 1 to Whitlock. This will be bounced out. Martin with it in the dirt. The throw to first. Hangus there, and that's 2 away on the ground out. As we go to Adam Craig
Brings up the center fielder, number 6, Adam Craig.
with 2 outs. Stuart Long settling in on the rubber. And the first pitch to Craig is going to be a ball. Adam Craig, a walk, a flyout, and a hit by pitch on the day. Swung on for strike 1, so 1-1. Pitch over the plate. Brings up strike 2. 1-2. Mavericks' next game is Monday, July 1st against Eden Prairie. As the strikeout will end the game. The Mavericks get the win in 6 innings, 16-4. It would be 16 runs off 11 hits, 2 errors, and 8 left behind. For Terre Haute, it is 4 runs off of 7 hits and 3 left behind. And the Mavericks get the win to improve to 2-0. For Terre Haute, it's 1-1. We'll speak to you tomorrow at 2 o'clock for the Mavericks versus Eden Prairie. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, folks. Good afternoon.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well, good